Never really torn apart a trans, you know, but, other than with Brent. But I mean, like really getting into the details of.
The thing about it is like the more you do it, the easier it becomes.
Yeah.
But the second you don't do it for a while, it's like starting over.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, you'll fall down, scrape your knee,
Forget all how to do it.
bust up your palm.
Little floater.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like a windage type thing.
Yeah, it helps oil stay on the gears where it needs to be.
Scraper.
All right, well, let's do the next one. And that right there is a speed sensor. And I don't know, can you see a problem right there?
Yeah, one's silver, one's black. That's the only difference, I think. Right?
Yeah, is that right? So yeah, that guy got all torn up and ate up in the trans. We might have a linkage issue, but we're trying to figure this all out. So we're playing Honda newbies and learning out the differences. Go ahead. Oh,
Put some MAN on that thing.
Detent balls going everywhere. So, look at this, George. I'm feeling it, man.
Is that the new Fasterproms KaterTot shirt?
It is, George.
And the only place you can get it, from what I hear, is on the Fasterproms store? Caged but not contained. Wowzers. You got them in every size?
I think we do, yeah.
Small, medium, large, extra large, 2X, 3X, 4X, 5X?
5X.
Wow.
All the way up. Bud.
Wow.
So guys, thank you so much for ordering this, and thank you guys for the support, because we would not be able to do our stupid builds like this without your support. So thank you so much. So
Thank you guys.
So getting back to this is a 03 to 07 Accord.
Thank you.
Tell them. That was very motherly or fatherly. Oh, so these are standard, huh?
Ah, little switcheroony.
Can't get these mixed up with that case.
Uh-oh.
Come back to that one. And that one.
Not out yet.
Brent did say that the other ones aren't all like that.
Yeah, and we're learning the ropes here. However, the main name of the game here is we want to be able to get this thing to go down the quarter mile. So we're trying to be able to make that happen. There's a number of things that have to happen for that to work. So the gear ratios that came in the TSX tranny are not going to cut it. I don't want to have to shift a fifth. I don't think anybody wants to have to shift a fifth in a manual trans car going down the quarter mile. So ideally we want to have cut down our shifts, less error, and so on and so forth. This right here has a 438 rear end ratio, or a final drive ratio. This has a 476. So what we're going to do, however, the gears 2 through 4 are vastly different. So we are taking this 476 and putting it into there. However, if we take this 438 and put it in there, we're gonna have two working trannies that are gonna be very close in ratio. And apparently this is like Honda K-Series life in the fact that you break trannies left and right and they're made of glass and paper mache. So
we're gonna weld up this diff too?
yes, we are. It's all welded up. Ben did this with Brent, and it's holding together just fine. I mean, it's not a lot of weld on there, but hey, she did well.
It's not much, but it gets the job done.
Yes, sir. So this right here is our 476, but because the 2 through 4 are vastly different gears, this is going to work out nicely in there. If we didn't change that, fourth gear would be about 153 miles an hour. Now, until we're making about, say, 850 wheel or so, we're not going to need that kind of, well, speed in fourth. That's pretty wild, man.
Do you want to be first to do 200 in a smart car?
No, I don't. It would be embarrassing for that to be my coffin, you know.
Sure loving that Pittsburgh. Mr. Snap-on over here, I told you, man.
Box is closer.
Yeah, don't need excuses. It's my high-dollar Pittsburgh right there, man.
I thought I broke it a minute
I thought
ago.
high dollar in Pittsburgh.
Lifetime guarantee, man. Hassle free.
I thought high dollar and Pittsburgh were like mutually exclusive.
Did I say that? I meant to say.
Now, fellas, we had mentioned this a long time ago. If you're new to something like this, this is a great idea. We're trying to keep these guys all separated and all the like ones together. So we got our 6-speed stuff staying over here. Our 5-speed stuff is staying over here. We do not want to mix them up except for the diff.
We want to mix that up.
We do want to mix that up, yes. Now, I'm not a training expert or anything like that, but so far the synchros look pretty good.
So much more controlled.
You did it like Brent did it that time. That was much better. For sure.
Now here, check this out. So we're changing the gear ratio here. Is this like a regular diff where it's ring and pinion? And we got to change the gear this rides on because the diameter is going to change?
I don't know.
Dun dun dun!
So we can count. Shoot, we're gonna have to pull that one back off.
Well, we can count up. Well,
Yeah. To make this clear as mud, what we got is 79 on the ring gear right there, and on this guy we've got 81. This would have to have a 17 tooth pinion. Now this guy right here has an 18 tooth pinion with a 79, so we're gonna have to change. All right, so we're gonna have to unbolt that guy and change that, and we're gonna make sure that this is okay to do because we're diving in deep, I guess.
this guy.
Yeah. So if we pull that guy off over there, we'll find out the difference. Reverse thread.
Okay.
All right. Well, that'll dadgum Hondas.
But then this one was in reverse thread on the case.
Yeah, I got a feeling.
I don't think this is the appropriate tool.
Yeah. Perhaps not. George, you have a philosophical question here.
So I was wondering, do all ice cream trucks have the same jingle?
I'm here to say no, but what is your jingle? What do you have in your mind?
Like,
Oh, actually, that's the same one that I had.
Are you serious?
It's the Entertainer.
You're like, no way. Ice cream. Mom.
Dang, that's a good question.
Leave a comment, guys.
Yeah, I was
do
actually...
all ice cream trucks have that jingle?
And I mean, we grew up in different places. But
Or
still.
ice cream vans, depending where you come from.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the one where they give you the tour and they take you to see the dogs? So, you know what I'm talking about?
I think we should YouTube it.
They have how-to stuff on YouTube?
Oh,
Heck yeah, dude.
Everything.
I think I got a girlfriend.
How to get a girlfriend.
Oh, it's on there.
All right, fellas, we've had some problems with the intercooling of this car and trying to get airflow where we wanted. Now, there was a gentleman that had contacted us that was an engineer from Smart, and he said, hey, there's this little doober that's right on the top side right there, and that is deflecting a lot of airflow. And George is working on it right now. And just pulled it off. That was pretty quick. Jeez, I wasn't even ready for you.
Put that on the trunk lid of the Miata. How much downforce you'll get?
That'll totally fix it, yeah.
We glued down there with some...
Like we thought it was through bolted.
See, I couldn't... If that was Honda Bond, it'd still be... Oh, bad throw. Still be on there if that was Honda Bond.
Now, it's crazy to me to say that this thing is going to make all that difference, but the gentleman said, hey, this right here deflects a lot of airflow to go up and over the car, but now this small little thing here should be able to really keep any of the airflow that is being deflected in that particular area over and going through. So not only are we doing that, we're trying to get our fans wired up. We'll do that tomorrow. It's getting a little late here tonight, and we're going to try and wrap that up. We'll be back at it tomorrow and try and figure out how to get those guys on there. George, this chrome foil has got to go, brother.
Oh, you're killing me, Smalls!
Dude, you're such a chrome... I don't even know.
Dude. Chrome to the bone. It's the only way to get home.
You say, at one point, I think I've got you quoted as saying I'd rather be homeless than chromeless.
And that was me.
I don't know, man.
I got emergency chrome if there's an emergency situation, though.
Emergency chrome?
Yeah,
I've never heard of such a thing.
not many people have.
All right, I think this thing would look so much meaner if we blacked this thing out. I wanted to take a little bit of time and say thank you to all the sponsors that really helped us out. And we had, something with the Motion Raceworks right here. We were thinking about putting it right up here, and unfortunately, it would probably be Ocean Racework. It's not really going to fit, so we got to find a good spot for it. And I think we might have found it.
We found it.
But that chrome's got to go.
Easy, dude. Just see what it looks like with the sticker.
I don't know, dude.
Once you see the sticker, you barely
Okay,
see
look,
the chrome.
this is kind of like a C7. The C7 looks so good, except when it has that little thing across the... No, with the chrome gone... I mean, that was one of the first mods that we did when we first had a C7 roll through the door. Was like, get that retainer-looking piece out of there. Get it gone. It looks so much meaner.
The only reason I'll agree with you is because we got that smart wrinkle in there.
There's a bunch of wrinkles
That
and
wrinkle
dimples.
chrome.
There's wrinkles and dimples.
Believe it or not, I think it's fake chrome.
Sounds neat.
All right.
Had to get our boy Brent sticker on there, and definitely had to represent. So glad that he was part of this whole build. Most certainly would not have been possible without him. Got a couple other little ones up in there representing some Emilio stuff right there. That was awesome. All right, hold on. This was a special one right here. This one personally is my favorite. Yeah, had to get Gret up in there.
How dare you?
It looks pretty good.
It's literally perfect.
I like it, man. Oh,
That's wild. That made the bumper look drastically.
Yeah, now that chrome's got to go for sure. So much worse now. We left yesterday and we did not have a solution, and I just got here after doing some editing, and looks like you've got a solution, man. It's pretty cool.
We'll have it back together here pretty soon.
All right, so what did you end up having to do?
Dismantled everything off the new shaft, pulled everything off the original shaft, and then swapped them to run a smaller, I'm going to call it a pinion gear. I know it's called something else, I'm sure. So this is the main shaft out of the Accord. This is the main shaft out of the RSX.
Okay. And one of those has an 18 tooth, and then one of them has a 17 tooth. Because we couldn't get our 476 gear ratio to work by just putting the rear end in there like we would on something else. You know, I thought that it was going to be just a tooth swap, but not the case. So
Not a motorcycle.
yeah. Or go-kart. So
I sent you a quick picture of the two pinion gears, and you could look at the 17 tooth and see where the teeth actually start to cut into the shaft because it's a smaller diameter.
really,
Where in the 18 tooth, you don't see that.
okay, interesting. Now check this out. So we had a problem pulling this off, and we didn't know how we were going to get this to work. And we used this hot plate, which was actually sent to us by Z Industries. Go way back with those guys for doing, and we got a pulley though for a ZR1 with that, which is now Grip Tech. So when we got the ZR1 pulley, they sent that with it.
It's making reassembly a lot easier. This is what you can see in the picture, is where the grooves are not cut into this bearing area.
Awesome. Well, hey, we are learning as we go here, and Laz, I like it. This is getting us ready for a T56 rebuild. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say?
Give it a shot.
Don't get excited there. All right, so one of the things that's been keeping us from running Uncle Sam is the fact that we have really had broken synchros in third and fourth gear. This whole time we've had Uncle Sam back together. We were supposed to have a good working transmission, and we didn't. It was a little bit aggravating, but hey, the way that things are going, if Laz can do this, let's undertake doing the T56. All right, so we got her in all dry here. Gonna take it back apart, seal it.
Yep.
What other surprises we got here? Hopefully no surprises.
See that plastic tray?
Yeah, fell down. Yeah.
So this has been an alignment issue, getting this guy to stay in place. Also, this rotates, and we have 3 different sizes here. So that definitely matters on how far the case will drop down.
I see.
Once we got that figured out, we got a good alignment on this bolt to go back in, and I believe everything's good.
Gotcha.
So now it's time we'll run the sealant around it, bolt it together,
and test it through the gears.
The other one in a pile of parts, and we can put it back in.
I don't want to do that. You're no longer a Honda transmission virgin. You're now, well, mid-level.
Mid-level? No. This is
Not expert yet.
This is like quarter level.
All right, fellas, this whole time when we've been driving this car, to be quite honest, it hasn't been exactly legal. We have done all sorts of other things that, well, we didn't have any sort of body control module or anything like that. Now, George, you've been working hard trying to get these guys going, so show us a little something there, bud.
We got lights.
Nope, not that.
Nothing. We got lights.
Yeah! All right.
That's on the tail lights too, but we don't got brake lights yet. We gotta get some new light bulbs. Or, since we're not gonna need reverse lights, we'll put a little red tape on there, nice and classy. Switch is on, lights are on. Off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off on. We're good, right?
Yes, we are. All right, you guys got to check this out. George just made a sweet little setup here. So George, we discussed an idea, and dude, you made that happen. This is kind of like a little trapdoor that'll open when we have enough positive pressure, meaning, I don't know, 50, 60 mile an hour roughly, something like that. It'll probably come up
there.
Yeah, I think so. However, why don't you go flick these on, man?
We gotta spool up.
Dude, it is honestly so impressive. You can really feel the airflow going through it too. It's moving pretty good, man. So that gives us the versatility of these not being a restriction when we're going at a high rate of speed. However, we're not going at a high rate of speed when we're doing burnouts and all sorts of other things. That is going to help cool our intercooler a ton better than what it would have already. It's always been a big thing of mine, the fact that, you know, if you go up and you're doing some drag racing, you do big enough burnout to get the tires hot, but not big enough so much that you want to preheat all of your intercooling, all your heat exchanging stuff going on. And I've seen that happen time and time again. But this, pretty good solution, bud.
Yeah, she's gonna keep her nice and cool.
Now, to turn it up a little bit, we got some drop pieces of carbon, and let's try and make that happen, dude.
It's our biggest piece, but you know, try to make it a nice little carbon fibre on there, you know.
We're gonna need some more of that because we got a roof to make. Ooh.
Good idea.
You should be wearing your brand new KaterTot shirt. Jeez.
I'm gonna get this one sweaty and dirty, and then when we go to the track, bango, bango, bondo.
All right, I'm down.
Pit crew. KaterTot pit crew.
Yep.
That's a great idea, dude. That's awesome. All right, so guys, in the meantime here, we changed our shifter here. Laz, break it down. Show us what the problem is.
George told me they sent a shift ball for a ball cable end, and that's what we had factory. So we had to come up with a solution for that had quarter 20 thread on it to screw in the nice billet shifter. First thing we're thinking about is doing a piece of threaded rod.
Yeah.
Got a nice little Allen in it.
Well, they have a shoulder bolt, but I don't know if maybe we didn't get it or lost it.
You probably lost it.
With it.
And to be quite honest, it could be a mistake on my end not talking with the guys over at K-Tune. So point is, we're trying to make it to the track tonight, so we don't have many options.
Yeah, we just gotta make it work. So we can either turn this down to 3/8 diameter on a lathe that's not set up and underneath the pile of stuff. We have steel 3/8, aluminum 3/8.
One way or another, we're gonna get it done.
We can cut, drill, and tap, or weld.
All right, so.
Make it happen.
All right, dude, adapting and overcoming. Every day, all day. On that same note, so moving on from this, we have some other very big news. George, take it away.
Sure thing. We got a nice box in the mail from Super Clean.
You know, Laz, I don't know, this is almost like somebody that was obsessed with a girl on the internet and she like actually acknowledged that he existed or something, and then this is like the result right here. Do you think? Something like
Look at this, dude.
Ecstatic about this.
Handwritten. The Fasterproms.
I mean, I think it's pretty awesome. Don't get me wrong. This is pretty awesome.
Look at that, dude. Wow, handwritten. You guys at Super Clean, man. You never see something.
Thank you for the shout out on your YouTube channel. We truly appreciate it and look forward to seeing you more. Thank you again. And Super Clean.
And the Super Clean team. Even got a card. I'm going to keep that in case I need it. Ask you anything, Jessica. We got us a shop banner. Oh, dude. Super Clean purple, man. Nothing like it. Let's get a good look at this, dude.
I think that'll fit on the race truck. We'll just self-tap it right into the side.
Well, sure will.
The real bonus here is we're getting like a 55-gallon drum of super clean. So we're gonna be good on solvent cleaners for probably.
Yeah, dude. Freaking hats.
Dude, hold on. Is that the original color of what your hat was here?
Nope. I don't got my original. Oh, wait.
I think it is, dude.
This thing right here? Wow, it used to be super clean. I didn't even know it used to look like that. Ooh.
That purple one's nice.
Ooh, man.
That's like a church.
Yeah.
Church hat?
I'm gonna be wearing this baby
Oh,
all
man.
the time.
All right,
This
well,
is my mud hogging hat now.
That is really awesome that Super Clean reached out and helped us, and I can't wait to be able to get that drum. And dude, that's gonna last us.
I'm gonna freaking have this thing on my hip walking around all the super clean we're gonna have.
Oh, you need that clean?
Exactly.
And Super Clean, that is very cool. So thank you very much. And
Stickers. Stickers.
he's gonna be here for like another 10 minutes. We gotta get back to work here. All right, these guys almost got this thing together. I'm doing a bunch of dyno tuning today. Got a bunch of cars I gotta knock out. That guy, and I've already done one, and we got another one to do. You guys almost got this done, dude. I just heard that shifter from across the room, and I was like, ooh.
There's a little adjustment on this side. You can move the screw up or down, which will adjust the side to side, like throw over this.
How does it feel once you hop right up in there?
It feels good.
You're kind of my build, except bigger and badder and better looking.
I had a big beard once, man. I had to cut it all off and work.
That's the only thing I got on you right now is beard. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about maybe taking that down about 3/4, maybe an inch. I like that. Looks like that feels pretty.
That's like shortest throw setting.
So we came up with a much easier solution than having to do all that other.
Trying to keep it as simple as possible, but then also match some of the other hardware that was on here.
All right, man.
Kind of limited in what stainless steel hardware I can find in the like random bolts bit.
Yeah.
It gives you a little bit more throw side to side, but
Oh man. So we're no longer a 6-speed. We're now a 5-speed. So I think so that's going to be where 6 is. I guess is where reverse is now.
shifter's super firm though compared to the plastic one that was in there.
Yeah.
It's just like just little movements, you can already see the cables start to move.
I put JP weld on all the bolts, so it should be super stiff.
Sweet. I don't know if that was in the instructions, but
It wasn't, but I did it. That's safety.
yeah, pretty much red Loctite to everything. Hey, so a little while ago, Laz, you were talking about trying to run it with that bracket kind of unhinged. Is that what you're saying? Basically trying to make sure that the bracket is at the full throw, right?
We do need to check that. I don't know if running it unhinged is going to work, but we need to have somebody back there working on it while manipulating the shifter.
Gotcha. All right, so go ahead, Ryan, go through that real fast.
That'd be first. Second. Third. Fourth.
Okay. So down and forward is going to be second.
Fourth.
Dude, that looks so good, man. That's got to feel awesome. Dad? Dad? Can I get a turn? You don't have kids yet, so I just...
Well, you can see how this feels, and then if you want it on the upper hole or the lower hole here, because that'll adjust the side-to-side throw.
Oh, that's almost like an Ackerman type, thing where you're changing the...
So we have it on the longest setting, which will give you the shortest side-to-side. But if you'd like more side-to-side...
As far as tension?
Oh, just side-to-side, like throw.
Actually, if we go higher, that's going to give you more... you're using a shorter torque arm.
It's going to give you a longer throw from the...
I'd say leave it there. All right, man. I'm getting excited, man. Come on.
I'll try it out.
Let's go racing. All right, these guys have been busting their butt all day. Last still crossing stuff off the list. Final preparations, final checks. We've been having a little bit of a problem bleeding the clutch, so we think we got it. George, you want to fire her up?
Yep.
All right, man. So this is our 5-speed Accord trans, totally different gear ratios, different rear end ratio. Checking engagement, checking all the gears, hopefully put this train together right. with that clutch engagement there, George?
Oh, I got no brakes.
Yeah, so
hard to...
all right, here I can haul it down. Yeah, we got no rear brakes right here. Don't tell my wife.
The wheel actually looks good if you look at the edge of the wheel. Yeah, a little bit out.
A little bit. It's got a little run out. All right, guys, we don't even know all the sensors. We just took everything back out. I mean, we're really, really green on this, so bear with us. This is, like I said, we're diving in head first. I have no idea. We're doing it. Really good.
Step it.
Oh yeah, she works. Let's go to the track. Come on. We gotta go try this thing. I'm gonna try that shifter out.
Just checking the amperage pull through all this power
out.
supply.
Okay.
47 amps is the highest.
Gotcha. So with everything.
We got a 50 amp fuse.
By the skin of her teeth there.
We got two 30 amp fuse boxes set up, so.
Cool, man. I want to go rip this thing. Let's make sure that everything is good and tight with this wheel. It just kind of looks like it's just a little wonky, but I think we're gonna be good, man. I almost feel like we're in a luxury vehicle now, man. I got a dome light here. This is awesome. All right, so we're gonna go try out this shifter. I can't wait. George got a couple quick little 1-2s in it right here in the parking lot, and I'm gonna go drive it before we take it to the track. So guys, look forward to next video. We're taking this thing to the track and we're meeting some other guys over there. It's gonna be a heck of a lot of fun. Guys, thank you so much for coming along with this journey of a bunch of goofballs that we don't even know what we're doing, throwing this thing back together, but boy, has it ever been fun. I don't know about you guys, but man, I miss Brent. He could have really been helpful around this, and plus, the dude is just so freaking awesome to hang around with. So stick around. Next episode, we're going to be taking this thing to the track, and oh man, it's going to be fun. I wanted to leave you with this one very professional piece of recording that I did a little bit earlier. So guys, we were some Honda. Guys, I also want to remind you that our KaterTot shirts are shipping out, and I wanted to say thank you so much to all of you guys that ordered them. It really does help support us and do what we're doing here, and we're going to keep on rolling. All right, I actually want to recommend 2 songs for you guys here. One of them is Sabrosa by the Beastie Boys, one of the coolest instrumentals around, and the other one is Prayed For You by Matt Stell. Hope this shines a light in the dark place. Love you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you. We'll see you next episode. This is why we don't have nice things.
Empty cardboard boxes. That's
well,
a nice thing.
It was a nice cardboard box.
Yeah.
Now it's just slobbery and hole punched.